So let's have a quick gander at the mission log. Yeah, rumor mode. I want to have a look at this. I did put some notes on, but we did meet. Could I please get a cursor? No, I don't get a cursor, I see. Zoom mode, okay. There we go. So village, yeah, that's Esker's camp. Wait, what? Sounds like Esker is still stationed on the... We didn't find anyone on the Adel Rocks, so maybe that's close by. We can just go there, get some clues. I also wanted to look at the Southern Observatory. I didn't get to it last time because I fell into the black hole. We have the orbital flash. Yeah, I mean, okay, we know what that is. That is a supernova. What else? What else are our loose ends? Statue Island, we just haven't been there, but what's his face? Gabbro told us to go there. High energy lab at the Whitehall station. In the canyon at Ember Twins Equator. Okay. I don't remember that at all. Yeah, the Ash Twin project. Okay, so let's just instead of... Hello, can I leave this? Okay, I can. I want to go to a place. Which is... Oh yeah, I've been at this location. This was like the... Yeah. Where is Ash Twin? Giant Steep. Where's the other planet? Is it? No, that's the Adel Rock. Hollows, Brittle Hollow. Wait, what is autopilot? X. We also have this this lantern here that I don't know what it is. And we were going in... You cannot go directly into the Southern Observatory. It's you cannot go in from the outside, but you can go in from the inside. What is this? Don't think I've been at... Have I been at this yet? Oh, boost. Okay, I definitely haven't seen this yet. What the... Huh? That is new. Hold on. Pause. Ah! Nailed it. So if I can't do anything, it's landing. Although I may have put myself in a position where I cannot... Unidentified signal nearby. Hold on. Signal scope. Okay, we're going there. Ow. I'm like a moth. I'm... Ooh, distress beacon? Wait, this is a distress beacon? And it's firing off into the distance. So that's not aligned with our... Yeah, that's not aligned with anything in our solar system. It's just firing outward. Wait, what was that? Was that riding? Is everyone unharmed? No one was badly injured from the escape pod's impact. We're incredibly fortunate. This is good news, at least. Have we heard from escape pod 2 or escape pod 3? No, I'm unable to make contact. My equipment can hear the other two escape pods' distress signals, however. If it's any comfort, both pods must be structurally intact. I'll continue calling for them. My gratitude, if we can... Thatch! The moon is approaching again. Everyone brace yourself. Swiftly, the volcanic moon has returned. Be cautious of falling ash and debris. I believe the moon has passed. This planet doesn't appear eager to have guests. We are certainly unwelcome on its surface. We need to find shelter, and quickly. The volcanic moon won't be gone for long. I observed several promising sites below the surface, but we'll need to construct a way for everyone to climb safely down this cliff. Perhaps we could build platforms. Also, were these guys the first landers on this planet who then constructed all that stuff? We can get in. Nice. Also, hello everyone who joined. I saw you. Just joined the smooth landing. Yes, I'm incredibly qualified at this. Don't worry. Thank you for flying outer Val's Ventures. Alert. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Is that all? Oh, that's like multiple lights. Launching escape pod 3, launching escape pod 2, now launching escape pod 1. Escape pod 1. Vessel has been mortally injured. Energy sequence. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Minor structural instabilities detected. Pockets of breathable air detected. Adequate solar energy detected. Verdict hospital. Hospitable. Why can't I talk? Why am I losing my ability to talk as soon as I press on the start stream button? That's quite pretty. Do we have multiple of these moons? I only saw one. Oh, those are... And collision imminent is right. I'm going further down. Oops. I know what I'm doing, don't worry. Come on. Can I go in anywhere else? No, it all seems quite broken like that. I mean, well, that's not an escape pod, is it? That would be incredibly tight. I mean, you would need some sort of supplies if you're going to go into an escape pod. But we can go down here. If I can land it, yes. Oh, this is a... Okay, this is a one-use... Oh no, oh no. Quickly. What is this? A brick. A glowy thing. I'm a moth, I'm drawn to... glowy things. Thank you. Anything else? I will have trouble getting back up. Is the thing. But we kinda need to get exploring. Ha! Text. Of note. Be sure not to wander far from here. Though this area is somewhat unstable, it's safer than any we've found so far. And that's Plume again. So these are the people who stranded. The temporary settlement is finished, but remember to be cautious of falling rocks and dust created by meteor impacts. Okay. Yeah, meteor impacts. Definitely a problem around here. It's kind of amazing this place lasted for so long. Oh, there's multiple paths, and I want to explore them all. Translate. Given concerns about our settlement stability, where should we construct a new, less temporary shelter? We need to stay close to the escape pod so Felix can monitor incoming messages. We can't be rescued if we aren't present to respond. I don't believe anyone is coming to save us, Thatch. Now we must save ourselves. I agree. We're here because the eye signal called to us and we followed. If we're to find it, we need to not merely survive, but thrive. Yeah, so they are looking for this Eye of the Universe, and it's somewhere in our solar system, I gather, because otherwise they wouldn't have come here. This is a wise point Plume, and eloquently made. Well, that's kind of a... it's kind of going in his ass a whole lot. If moving to the northern glacier will keep us safer, then that is what we should do. Oh yeah, that's the other option where they would go, to migrate to the northern glacier. What if we use gravity crystals to craft a stable path? Building beneath the crust again would shelter us from the volcanic moon's eruptions. So it's the moon that has the volcanic activity, and that's throwing all the... Aha. Ooh. Oh no, yet more paths. Oh no. Okay, I'm committed to this path. Although I saw writing on the other path as well. Can I even jump here? Probably, maybe not a good idea. I do realize my graphics quality is quite bad as it is now, like these models are. But I don't know. Can I put it up a bit more now? Because now it's 60 frames. I don't know what's going on now. Like texture quality, no, not worse. Better. Leave and save changes. Okay, that didn't do a whole lot, but it does look a bit nicer. Where am I going? Is it like Scout Launcher, photo mode? I should make sure I'm not walking into any ghost matter by accident. Because that feels like the place to put some. Three minutes of oxygen remaining. Oh dear. Wait. What? Nailed it. I need to find something and quickly. Okay, I can go down here. This ship log updated. Okay, so I found something of note. Can I put this away? I'm somewhat worried about my oxygen. Should be using that to speed up my exploration. Oh, that's ghost matter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is it everywhere? Can go over it. Come on, come on. No! Okay, well. Yeah, I'm just gonna die out here. Because that's a bit of an issue right there. That's the Whitehall. Where's Whitehall Station? Is it that one? I think it is. Oh, match. Yes, I know fuel is running out. Everything is running out in here. How do I even get in? I forgot. I'm probably just going to die here. Yes, I know. Anything else worth note? Let's fly over there. Did I see this? Oh, wait. No, I'm going the right way. Yes, like such. I want to have a gander at least before I pass out inevitably. Oh, that's something to walk on. And I shot past it. Okay, I won't make it this time. Because I'm too far gone. Although... Ah. Oh, that's like a... That's like a launch thing. That was like a launch thing on there. Huh. Wait, is it not? Oh wait, oh no, okay. I did put it up. Oh, they do... So the protagonist certainly remembers that they just suffocated. That's fun. What was actually... Yeah, that's something that I discovered entirely by accident again. Okay, so we are certainly not done on that other planet. I didn't know at my notes. I should have looked at my notes first. Where is it? That's the twins. There we go. Can I put the autopilot on and... Yeah, okay. So we can have a look at the ship's log while we're traveling there. Escape Pod 1, Old Settlement, the Hanging City. Aha! We're connecting some dots here. But entirely not where I plan to be going. Whoops. I mean, that's achievement unlocked apparently. Okay. The autopilot is not very... It's not as good as the autopilot in Airplane. Like the movie Airplane. Oh, I can just... That's like speed running right there. Just while waking up already walk. Yeah, we're getting incredibly efficient now. If only I can find... Like it was over... No, not this direction. It was over there. How did I die just now? Did I smack into the planet because the autopilot was stupid, or did I smack into something else? Okay, so that's the Southern Observatory. Headlights off, headlights on. No, match. What is this? Ah! Nailed it. I'm doing one fantastic landing after the other today. Well, except for the one time when I just didn't make it entirely. There we go. What else is broken? Something about aft I heard. Did something fall off my ship just now? Aha. It did say 3 things, but I didn't read what it was. I'm not that good of an astronaut, you know. Trees detected. Is this where we were before? Have I been... I haven't been there, certainly. Okay, so let's figure out a way. Let's figure out a way to bonk my head repeatedly into everything. Wait, where'd it go? Hold on, pause. It vanished. Where'd it go? Ha! It's one of you moving type of rocks. So if I look away, yeah. I see you, like literally. Okay, so this is a new place. The trees are moving. The trees in this grove wander about freely, the entire plant, roots and all. This is not normal, even for this alien planet. I'm not saying it's not it was ancient aliens, but it was ancient aliens. And I never seen them move. Is that even possible? Oh, these are the same guys. Like, this is Plume again, that from the escape pod. If anyone else witnesses this disturbing behavior, I implore you record your observations here. Either those dreams are aberrant, or my brain must be. Plume is right, the trees do move. I confess I didn't notice until I read his notes. No, I read this last time. Yeah, I read this last time. Okay, so I've been here before. I was... Okay, where is that rock? There it is. I don't think I've been on the rock last time. Okay, I overshot. Ow. Okay, I'll just... like, whoop. And it'll show up in a different place. There we go. That's how these things work, apparently. Yeah, this is like the entrance to the... Yeah, the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Yeah. I've wanted... Never mind. I've wanted to go... I've been there last time. Like on my last loop last time. Was it the last loop? I think. Bloom, Felix, and I have determined this atypical shard of rook is the reason objects in this grove are behaving in a quantum manner. Of note, a unique signal is coming from this shard. Oh, I did pick up the frequency. Yeah, I did pick up the frequency of this thing, but I didn't see the writing on top of it. Curiously, our friend the Wandering Moon sounds the same. I've also heard the same signals this shard produces. No, wait, I have read this. Okay, I have read this before, but so can I even tune on this? I need to. Yeah. But down here is a way to get into the Southern Observatory, and that's what I want to be doing right now. There's a network of these excursion funnels, I'm going to call them, because they work the same as in Portal. And yeah. It was like over here, wasn't it? The Southern Observatory, yes. And that's why I fell down last time, because the path was already falling apart when I went here. So let's try to be more clever about this time. Oh yeah, I remember these ones were... Okay, bad idea. No. Okay. Well, I'm here again. Very shady shard. If I'm here anyway, hold on. Pause. Let's see if we have any frequencies around here. Yeah, okay. Quantum fluctuations. Tower shard. Okay, I've been there. What is there? That's Timber Hearth. It's right on Timber Hearth something. Okay, so that might be in the museum, the one shard. We have one on Giant Steep. Okay, so Distress Beacon. Escape Pod 1. We have another. Unknown. And we have Unknown. Okay. Wait, not in the sun, no. Can I like just hypothetically, can I boost myself far enough to get back to my planet from here? Just with conventional travel. I mean, I can boost like until... probably not. It's not accelerating enough. I'm wasting it very quickly. And I need to wait until only half my gauge is emptied out, which is approximately now. No, it's not enough. Okay. But now I've very consistently screwed myself. I could try to get to the interloper, although I'm at a very difficult speed right now. I would have had an opportunity to get to it. Yeah, like look at this. I'm just trying to slow down and it's not really working, and I'm using up my fuel alarmingly fast. So if I'm not... Yeah, if I'm not doing... Okay, it's moving away from me. Never mind. I've completely screwed myself now. What is this? Oh, Hello, I'm close to home. I cannot slow down enough, though. I'm set to fly directly into the sun. Fantastic. Could probably wait for the planet to orbit around. So just stop in this position and hope for the best. Kind of a Hail Mary. Nah, I probably just... Hold on, let me quit out of this loop because this is going nowhere and I don't have any way to kill myself, I feel like. So this will make it quicker for us. Oh, Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the museum if I can... I need to go around it, don't I? Yeah, I need to go the long way. I want to look at the museum if it's really the rock that's making that... hold on, where is it? Outer worlds, quantum fluctuations. It appears to be. It's coming from the direction of the village. Like inside the rock here? Yeah, observatory. That's where we're going. Once again with the directional audio, fantastic. Oh. I'm really excited how they do the ending in this game, because right now, interesting death, suffocated, crushed by asteroid, quit to menu. Yes. I'm very interested to see how they will be doing the ending of this. Like how will they go around about? Yeah, okay, it's coming from the chart behind here. Okay, at least that's noted now. So I definitely know what it is now. What is this? I didn't read this, did I? Watch closely. These balls move on their own. The ground is perfectly level, so what do you think causes the spooky motion? The answer is the moon. As it orbits our planet, the adult rock's gravity pulls on objects from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. Nice. Is this translatable? No, I cannot translate this. It's just the image of the pictogram for the eye. Okay. Let's get launching. The dreaded menu. I did learn the other day that Fern speaks German, which is very interesting because we found ourselves on another English-speaking channel, on Maddie's channel, in fact. It's kind of curious that yeah, there's lots of German-speaking people roaming around English Twitch. I mean, for me myself, it was just I'm used to having my PC set on English because it usually has the best translation of anything, except maybe for Japanese if you have Japanese games. Where do I want to go? Okay, let's go into outer space and then we will pursue these other quantum fluctuations. Where's Timberheath? That's the tower shard. I should not... museum shard? Unknown? And there's like... Is there one on the Adel Rock? Where's that pointing to? No, that's the Adel Rock. There are two. Okay, I'm not going very far, apparently. Where do I need to be going? I need to be going in this crater, I feel. Can I have this point down while I'm... I can't, okay. So we need to steer it like this. I mean, it should be the same thing, yet it's incredibly... Wait, no, I'm not... Huh? What is going on? There is an unknown. Aha. There we go. Why is it not matching? I want to match. Okay, I will just go on foot. There we go. Come on, let me through. Why am I putting on this suit? Well, okay, I have fuel for jumping around. At least I don't have to worry about... Where is it? There. I mean, I can boost myself and quickly make my way over there with... no, that's... Oh no. Nailed it. I'm fine. I'm completely fine. I want to know if there's... Oh wait, it's there. Nice. Grove shard. Where else can you be? Tower shard? Where is it? There it is. The quiet shade in the ancient glade across old bark, it's always dark. Okay, so they are perfectly aware of this. Because this is like Harthian writing, because I can just read this with my eyes. Like a regular person. I don't need any fancy translators for like a rival language or whatever. How do I get back though? That's my next question. Kind of stumbled in here. Also, I want to know photo mode. Is there any of this weird matter here? Ghost matter is the name. Doesn't seem to be. How did they get in here to make this sign? Aha! Wouldn't have survived that without the suit. Oh yeah, that's a good point. See, it was all planned out, exactly according to Keikaku. Huh. That looks Harthian. Like the Nomai would build way fancier than this. Although probably to them it would not be fancy. It would just be like regular concrete. Building or whatever, like a ayaya. Yeah, I started learning Japanese during the pandemic because I just needed something to occupy myself with that preferably takes a long time, and I thought, hey, that takes a long time. Ooh. Lore. Church research notes. Church research notes. Property of Church. I've detected a strange signal coming from somewhere within the grove in this crater. It's very similar to the signal emitted by the quantum moon, so it stands to reason the two signals are probably related. We don't know much about the quantum moon, seeing as no one's ever been able to land on it, but hopefully studying the signal in the grove will reveal more about it. So maybe that's something about how the endgame might work, that we figure out how to land on this moon? That could be some... How did I not notice that? When I evidently came from here, or was that... Yeah, no, I did come from roughly here, according to the map. There we go. Get back in. Refuel? Yes. Ha. Okay, we have magical healing powers also. More productive than watching Twitch for sure, heads off. It's very difficult. Like, I'm at still a super low level. I can read like 1,000 kanji. That's the main thing that has worked very well, because which ironically is the thing that many people find annoying. For me it works very well because you can learn characters one at a time. And whereas aha. Okay, in Giant's Deep. Let's go there. Grammar is more difficult because it's actually incredibly different from European grammar. Like it works I mean, I'm not going to say it works well, but it works okay when I'm reading sentences, but constructing sentences, I don't really have a very good intuition for it. Where's the signal? Okay, there it is. Yes, put me in orbit, please. I'm guessing we just need to go in there. What's in that big tornado? It's not letting me in, I feel like. Do I need to come in from below? Does that work? Is that even possible? No, it's pushing me out. Maybe it's just... Okay, let's try going around. Maybe it's just on the other side of it. Although I don't consider it likely, but may as well try. I don't know where... I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's always still inside now. But it is... Okay, though, that's on the other planets. It's definitely in here. But it won't let me go there, so maybe that's a secret of how to approach this this tornado. Or hurricane? No, hurricane... Are these hurricanes? I don't know how hurricanes work. Ooh, what's this? I want to have a look. What the fuck is going on here? What is this? Can I land here? Evidently I can. Fantastic. Okay. Suit is on. Let's take a gander. Ghost matter nearby. You'll love to see it. But it's not here yet. So just because we have these crystals doesn't mean that we have ghost matter. We can go down this route. We cannot go down this one. What? Oh, right. There's like weird gravity shifts on this planet. I remember. Flashlight. I'll take it. Okay, gravity's back, everyone. Okay. I don't think we have anything productive here. I'm being flushed away and very quickly. That's not good. I have difficulty escaping this. That is all very bad. I will try to walk on this surface. I can. Okay, this is organic. I thought for a second it was like riding. But the gravity is so harsh, I have trouble getting up to my ship, which is a bit of an issue. Very, very slight issue. Yeah, this game is giving me the scout drone for like exploration, and wait, how did it get my ship up there? It was over here last time. So that what happened when the gravity went out. Yeah, ghost matter detected nearby. I know. I need to find a way back to the ship. Can I... This gravity is super harsh when I'm not underwater. It's actually crazy, but I can get up here. Possibly, maybe? I can make very little leaps with my boost. Like this? No. This is too far. I mean, if I'm consigned to being underwater anyway, might as well explore down here. Maybe we have something here. It's always... I'm always noticing how I'm leaning down, which obviously doesn't make any sense. What are these things? Can I push myself further down to examine that? To a certain extent, it's... No, I'm stuck on one level now. Yeah, like this ocean current over here. I'm slightly screwed right now. Don't think ship's got the high ground. Yeah, it certainly has. I don't think I've anywhere productive to go. I can try to swim across this current. Maybe it goes somewhere. Other than that... Oh, hold on, launch mode. Fantastic. That didn't do jack shit. Yeah, so this is... Okay, this is just going around the equator, this current. And I'm not actually going anywhere useful. Any islands that I can walk onto, maybe? This one is at the surface. The water surface anyway. But it's floating past me too quickly. Can I go in an intercept course, maybe? Yeah, there are like jellies. Yeah, cool. Are you doing radio shows, maybe? Let's see. No. I'm slightly screwed, so once again... I want to get some exploration done and not just stick around in the water all this time. That would be boring. Hold on, no. That didn't increment. That did. I'm also realized I'm not... Wait, is that my normal speed? It feels very slow. I also realized I haven't looked at my ship's log yet. We have some new nodes. Quantum Grove and Quantum Moon. Quantum Grove is where we were, right? Yeah, okay. View entry. Yeah. Emits a signal on the quantum fluctuations frequency. I found a poem written on one of the trees in the grove. And that's the quantum shard. That's the one on... what's its face? Brittle Hollow. We have Tower of Quantum Knowledge. That there's more to that. And we have quantum signals. Yeah, somewhere in Giant Sleep. I was trying to get there. It's in the eye of that big storm. Also somewhere on the Hourglass Twins. Let's go there. That sounds like a thing. That's Brittle Hollow. I think it should be... Wasn't it like over here? Where's the sun? Oh, that's Brittle Hollow. Wait, what did I just see? That's Giant Steep. There they are. Oh, I see what's going on. Accelerating towards destination right into the planet, but I will be just missing it. Yes. Frequency... Aha. Unknown. Okay, abort. Let's approach a bit closer. What is this thing? Do I know you? That's just some random planet. I feel like if I'm going to explore this one, I need to get on it quickly, because it's super close to the sun. Wait, is that even some thing I can land on? It feels super tiny. Wait, that's the sun. Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, I'm at the twins now. Sometimes I'm incredibly confused at the scale of things. But it's on... Okay, it's on this drawing thing. Let's try to land on the drawing thing. Velocity matched. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Hold on, let's repair that damage real quick. What was damaged? This was damaged. Oh, there's a lot of structure in here. Look at that. Where do I actually want to go? Hold on. There was like markings on the ground and I forgot where they are. That's where I landed last time, where the other guy was. Did I see this yet? I don't think I did. Perfect. Ooh. Ooh. That's... Ah. Catch suit puncture. Okay. Yeah, there's a tablet we can put in here. We just need to find it. Okay, two times running into the cacti. How many will I get today? Put your votes in the chat right now. I hope it's not too far from here. This is like another planet with rather harsh gravity. I mean, it's saying gravity 0.0, but this is like how much effect gravity is having right now. That's not that much in that case. Oh yeah, I can lift off pretty easily. What is this? Structure. Energy is flowing this way. If that is supposed to indicate an energy flow? About 350. Nice. Ooh, I see the rocks. That's... Hold on, that's not what I wanted to do. Photo mode. Oh yeah. Okay, so we definitely need to find some way of getting around the sunless city. 120 meters. That's too far from me, unfortunately. Crash site cave, 60 meters. Huh. Let's just have a look if I can find one of these tablets anywhere here. It sure it's only 60 meters. Because I feel I've walked farther already. Past here? Oh no, my mortal enemies. No. Also, I always lean around the corner to see more, which is obviously nonsense, but still. So this is a crash site? I would like to find one of these tablets on the ground. Aha! Refill your air supply tank and return quickly. Anona. Did we hear that name before? Anona. So is that one of these sites of the... Wait. Did I stumble into one of the escape pod sites? Like the stress beacon? I want to... Aha! Yeah, see, it's way more than just 60 meters. I don't know what's up with your game today. Your walking speed seems off. Should hopefully fix itself by the next loop. I know what's going on. We are getting... Ooh. I see lots of writing. Also, this feels like I should check for... Of note. This passage leads to breathable air. We feel your supply tank there. We cannot tell how far deep these tunnels may wind, but do not linger as the area is exposed to the heat of this alien sun. Okay, so they cannot deal with the sun very well? Ooh. Emergency escape hatch. You need all of that to write emergency escape hatch? That's kind of inefficient writing. Keep moving, friends. There's nothing of interest at the end of this passage but rocks. Okay, so we have Inona and we have Ruse. So these are the escape party on this planet. And while these rocks are interesting, they can wait until a less urgent time. So that's a path we can continue, but there's more writing in this cave. Do not follow this tunnel to its end. Colliers and I will examine the horror that lies at its terminus later, provided we live through this. Colliers is a name I've encountered before, but obviously I don't remember where. Mallory is new. And I'm guessing like this means we have... If it's horror, we have ghost matter here, I'm guessing. Yes, something is... okay. Just some stalagmites, stalactites. What the... Okay. Can we... Can turn this around? Can I also tilt it? That's like an... It looks like an anglerfish to me, is it? So that thing may have been alive. If they say the horror... Oh, there's writing there. I want to get in. I need to get in. Okay, so there must be some way to get in there. Of course, there's a dead fish emote ready to go. No! 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 Okay. We're fine. Fine. We found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. I believe we could construct long-term shelter there. Ooh. The cavern Mallory found is a wise choice for shelter. Could one of you mark directions for the others to follow? This is the start of the path to the shelter site. I've left directions to guide you there. Of note, you must hurry as the pathway there is filling with sand. Do not allow yourself to be buried by sand. Make sure no one's lost. So this might be open. Because they said the sand is flowing in a periodic pattern between the two twins. The Amber Twin and the Ash Twin. So maybe open up. Where's the signal coming from? Yeah, it's... No. Where is it? Up? You sure about that? I mean, it could still go up. It's kind of ambiguous where this path goes. There were some bridges here before. There's writing. The path to the shelter site is somewhat convoluted, so follow the instructions ahead closely. Which ones? Oh, these. To reach the shelter site, walk forward until you meet the sandfall at the pit, then turn left. Continue to the room filled with rock column formations and climb upward to the opening above them. Forward, sandfall, left. Rock formations, climb upward. We can do this. The sand here is rising, so we must be cautious but swift. They had time to write all this down, even though they were clearly in a hurry. Okay, so left. Left here. I'm trying to go a bit fast with the boosts, just so we have more time here. Okay, so here we need to go up. Aha. We're getting farther away from that signal, though. I'm finding a lot of interesting stuff, but not the signals. It's kind of interesting. Writing. Yes. Be cautious crossing the chasm ahead. To bridge Melorian I crafted will do its job, but it isn't strong. Once on the far side, look for the tunnel hidden beneath the falling sand. Follow it and you'll reach the shelter site. The tunnel hidden behind the falling sand. Wait, once on the far side. Okay, chasm, and on the far side look for the tunnel hidden behind the falling sand. Okay. Oh, there was a bridge there at once. Yeah, as I said. Okay. One more of my mortal enemies. Oh no. You're doing well. There's only a little farther left to go until you reach the shelter site. You can rest there. Hurry before the sand comes. Farther left to go now. I am actually starved on oxygen, which is kind of problematic. Do I need to go here? I'm going to chance it. Oh! Okay. Okay, quickly. Trees? I need trees and... desperately... Yes, okay. That was one Hail Mary. Anglerfish Overlook District. Stepping Stone District. High Energy Lab Trailhead. Ice Shrine District. What is this? Can I turn all of them on? Holy crap, that's a lot to explore. Okay, let's... Ugh. There we go. Let's try to go through this systematically. Is this where the signal came from? Where is it? No. Yeah, just would like to identify it so I have it marked properly on the map. Okay, so that's some... That's a place where I could go. Let me just recall this. So it's not showing up on my map anymore. Yeah, okay, so there's... Oh, the sand is rising. I see. I've taken too long to come here. Okay, so we need to be quick about this. Anglerfish Fossil Overlook. 40 meters. Do I want to go there? Or do I look around further? Okay, I have only so many places I can go, and this goes slightly up, so I may be able to make it before it fills up. Oh, there's... Aha. This is amazing. Look inside the cave. How did this come to rest here? We haven't encountered others in these caves. I think this is a rare find. An update. We need to find a way inside quickly, Mallory, because when I returned here to search for an entrance to the cave, there were children playing on the specimen. From what we can see, Coleus and I believe the specimen must be very old indeed. Imagine what we might learn if we could examine it. Both agree it's unlikely this dry planet is this horror's place of origin, especially considering what we observed during the vessel's evacuation. Clearly this hole is too small for it to have fit through. Hypothesis there's another entrance to this cave. If there is, Coleus and I will find it. We can't leave valuable information undiscovered. Okay. I'm kind of panicking because of the rising sand. And I fear, like, barely able to even make it inside here. Yeah, I probably have been here very late in the cycle. Yeah, those are living quarters. Like that was a dead person on a bed or something. Okay, there's another door. This looks significant. What is this? Gravity cannon. Wait, what? Gravity cannon? Oh no. Hold on, recall. Photo mode. Okay, it's safe. It's safe, let's go. I mean, it's safe and it's also a path that I cannot cross to. Aha, there's ghost matter there, but I'm safe. For now. I mean, I'm going to die anyway, so what does safe really mean? Okay, so besides, there's like a little, teeny tiny little hole. Where this structure is leaning away from, so that could be a quicker entrance next time. Where's my ship actually? Like how far? Is there any pointer? There it is. I'm also seeing the sky is very blue, so we are quite far in this loop already. There's like a chasm that is lit up by... Ow. Yeah, there definitely was more to the structure, so I need to explore this again in the next loop. Okay, no, it's still red. This is a rather nice way to do like a clock. You can just look up at the sun whenever you're out and about, and you can see how much time you have remaining by the color of the thing. Ooh. I didn't find that shard or whatever it's called. So I'm going to look around here for the next few minutes, because these are very interesting usually. It's like you get a little projection of a thing. Maybe up high on one of the rocks. Oh, there's writing. Aha. This door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from Whitehall Station. So Rami and Pi are new names. Update. The high energy lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. Rami now will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realize this is an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. High energy lab. Okay, so we did find a lot of shit. Not the rock that I was hoping for. So Sunless City in this direction? Okay, so yeah, we can see the sun rising, the sand rising here. I should be careful with my fuel. Okay, the thing is, I'm looking on top of these stone pillars, because if I were to... Oh, I'm really out of fuel now. Just gonna give myself a little boost. Oh, using oxygen as propellant. That's also a very bad idea. I mean, I can refill both within the ship if I can make it in time, which I should be able to. I also have no idea what this thing is supposed to be. It's like avant-garde art construction, but it's probably technology to them. Yeah, okay, I'm making it. Where's my fuel? Wait, do I not have any more fuel? Did I use it up? Oh no. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I can be wasteful with it again. I'm not a fucking tourist, I'm not taking pictures. Oh boy. Holy. I have not been on this thing at all yet. I think. I've only been on this twin so far. Oh, this was the thing I saw earlier. Maybe I have a tablet here. This looks significant as hell. But nothing I can take with me. I want to loot this place. For how significant it looks from the outside, it's actually not all that helpful. It's just like a marker. I feel like the sand has stopped rising though, has it? Yeah, it appears so. It's not really moving anymore. So maybe that's as high as it ever gets, and then maybe it starts cycling back. Although I'm guessing we will have reached the end of the loop before then. Maybe I can talk to him. Oh, hello. Come sit with me, my fellow traveler. Let's sit together and watch the stars die. If it helps, we're in a time loop. Ah, that's a lovely thought. Is that how you're coping with this? Does it help? Time loop, like you said. I like that idea. You're not talking to me about stuff. Okay. So if I had any communication opportunity, I just wasted it. What he's looking at? Okay, that's nothing in particular. That is quite massive. I'm not quite sure how I'm not burning my retinas out by looking at this. Ooh, cave. And I probably won't be finding anything in here. Where did everything go? Okay, I know. Probably need to be coming earlier here as well. But, for example, the thing that I just... the city that I found... Okay, okay, we are done with this loop. Yeah, okay, let's watch it die. Boop. Now in the next loop, poor church. Poor everyone. Everyone is dead, and now they're not. I mean, well, I don't know. Yes, wait, I'm still walking that slowly. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, my game is super weird today. I don't know what's up with that. Or is that the... I prefer being oblivious about inevitable annihilation, though. I mean, that's your opinion about the inevitable part. Sunless City. Anglerfish fossil. Why is there a bar on that? Oh, that was just like artifacts. Okay, never mind. Old settlement. Escape pod. Okay. Yeah, we didn't know my shipwreck. Church, so I know my shipwreck shooting a beam of light into the sky somewhere in between southern hemisphere. I'm guessing if I go for the... If I go for Ember Twin right away, I might be... finding... Where is everything? How can I be looking at the sky for so long and not see shit? Okay, there we go. I feel like I'm going to be smacking into that... no. Match. Oh yeah, there's actually no sand on it yet. Okay, we're fine. I need to put myself in a better place. Like, over here. And... Yes, okay, I'm suited up. No, wait, I wanted to go to that fragment thing that was pointing out of the surface where I came out. It's not that far, but I want to figure it out from a vantage point where it is. Once again, I'm leaning over even though it's doing absolutely nothing. Where is it? Oh, that's another thing I haven't checked out yet. Just this super long list of stuff showing up. That's very funny. Anything else I can repair? Come on. I'm using up my fuel so quickly here because this gravity is... God damn it, I'm putting my scout on there. That's not what I want at all. There we go. Can I... Oh, nothing to repair? Okay, never mind. There was more that is damaged, but I'm going to go here now and reach. This planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. This is also of note. It disappears if no one is watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? This is my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish without being watched. We should study it, or even better, we should travel there. I agree. Our first step should be determining a method to track this phantom moon so we can always know where it is. Given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. I feel like... See, this is the issue with the Copenhagen interpretation. Right there and then. I found your note, Mallory. Kindly count... Oh, sorry. Found your note, Mallory. Kindly count me among this moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist. Does it move to another location? I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timber Hearth as well. So maybe we just need to make sure it stays in one place. There's something glowing over there that I want to get to. Light campfire. Nice. Play recording. Church Wayset notes. Property of Church. Clearly the Nomai were making astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? I'd posit there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. Helen, the new astronaut's translator's tool, would be nice to have handy right now. Yes, I'm here. Pick up scroll. Where I'm putting that in. I'm guessing that belongs somewhere here. Okay, so the moon is... Wait for it. Ha, now it's... So this can be used to track the quantum moon. Now it's somewhere else. Now it's on, what's that thing called? Brittle Hollow? No, that is Dark Bramble, right? Can we put this in here? No, it already has a thing. Already holding scroll. Oh yeah, this is... We've read this. Wait, can I take this out and read something else? I can. The quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places the moon goes. Anona Burr just observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble. I added a marker for Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now accounted for all the Phantom Moon's locations, but sometimes the locator cannot tell where the moon is. Perhaps that's a problem with the device. It's also possible there exists a sixth place in the star system to which the Phantom Moon travels. Aha. You have keen eyes, my friend. So this moon travels to a total of, well, not 5, possibly 6. So maybe at times... So is that... That's the quantum moon right there, right? Yeah. That's going to be interesting because I have to travel there while always looking at it. Right now it's gone. Whoa. Where's it going? Yeah, now it's around Timber Hearth. I mean, I kind of wasted my opportunity to go into the city now because I've already spent a decent amount of time in the loop, so I will try pursuing the moon. Which I will expect to go absolutely terribly. 6th location. Yeah. Quantum moon sometimes disappears, possibly to an unknown 6th location. So the question is, if you... Landing camera damaged. Yep, can I do that? Where's that? Where is that even? I pointed at everything. Aha! It's right next to the hatch. That makes sense. I love how I'm always walking through the chair to get to where I want to go. Okay. So we need to be clever about this now. Currently, the moon is in orbit here. So we need to be flying there. Oh no. No. So much for that. Come on. Where am I? I mean, I can land on the sand. I mean, it's going to go away, but until then, it should be like a solid ground. Okay, cool. So that's an issue. So this was a one-way trip. But look at this. The good thing is I still have plenty of stuff to discover. That it doesn't matter if I'm just stumbling anywhere. I will always find shit. Xyrill. Yarrow is a new name. Some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea? Idea? Progressing with the Sun Station plans. Presently, my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Pi, you know I don't find that funny. Hypothesis. Time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yarrow. That at least we can agree on. How curious. Remy thinks I'm a gas. I can't recall... I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, IDA. I don't see what state of matter you are has to do with this. I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Interesting. So these Nomai evidently turn into gas. Lore confirmed, 100%. And this is quite overrun with... No, I wanted to shoot this tween here. Please. There we go. Hazard. Do I see anything? Oh, I see myself. Hello. I'm live. I'm live on my scout camera. As well as Twitch. Oh. Doesn't seem to be anything of note. At least not anything that I can access. The good thing is on this planet, the time is actually working in my favor. So it's uncovering more and more as time goes on. Can I get up there? Do I have enough of a boost? I do. I have way more than enough. Ooh. Hello. Praise the sun. Oh, that's quite efficient for falling. Just need to give yourself a little push and go into orbit. Why is it there? Okay, we can read a scroll over here if we had one. Oh boy. Oh boy. No scrolls left here. Oh no. Am I being sucked away from the planet? Oh yeah. Oh. Hello. I think I parked somewhere around here. Let me... Oh, that's the beam that they were... that chat was going on about. Oh yeah, that's the same structure that we saw on the other thing, on the other planet. Hold on. Distress... Ah, that's a distress beacon. Okay. Signal identified. Fantastic. Yeah, that other thing was also an escape pod. Okay. So that's confirmed. This one is looking... Well, it's... Oh, so the entire thing is the escape pod, and these are the pods for the people. I see, I see, I see. There's some logs here as well. Begin flight log. Escape pod 2. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Launching escape pod 3, now launching escape pod 2. Alert, commission imminent, preparing for impact. Scanning external environment, scan complete. External temperature is prohibitively high. Verdict inhospitable, do not seek shelter on planet surface. Well, given that analysis, it did work out quite well for them. There's more stuff here. The heat from the star system's sun is more bearable below the surface. When our escape pod punctured this planet's surface, it broke into what scans show is a cave system with much cooler air. I would recommend we seek a site down there to build a long-term shelter, Anona, but these passages are a maze. But they did manage to make it around there. Even with this danger, they are still our best chance for survival. We'll form teams and descend into the caves to look for a shelter site. We can mark our findings on the walls to avoid becoming irreversibly lost. Why did my browser just do... Hold on. My browser just did weird things on the other screen. Be cautious, everyone. And be aware of the sand as you search. It appears to be rising gradually. Oh! That's where I've been before. Yeah, that's emergency escape hatch. Oh, that's where that came from. It all makes sense now. Okay, I should make... Could I please make my way back out of here? Come on! Am I that bad at aiming? I know I am, but... it was more of a rhetorical question. There we go. There we go. Wait, did I... We need status reports for all systems, but initial things first. Is everyone unharmed? Our escape pod's passengers are afraid, but physically well, Nona. Everyone survived the crash. This is a relief, at least. You have my gratitude. Burr, were you able to find the other escape pod's distress signals? You can hear both signals somewhere in the star system, but I don't believe either escape pod crashed on the same planet as us. Okay. Where's my ride? I'm slightly worried that we'll be somewhere inside the planet. Oops. Okay, now I have 2 reasons to get back to the ship. Ah! Safe and sound. See, that's why I parked. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but... see? No problem at all. Starboard thruster bank. See? Tis but a stretch. Scratch? Tis but a scratch. Okay, more sparks. Where's sparks? There we go. No sparks. Ample time to get back in. This is going perfectly. Very good mission, everyone. Ash Twin Towers. Sun Station. Escape pod 2. So for all the times it says ship log updated, I always feel like it will be 8 things and then it's only 3 when I actually get back. So yeah, I'm slowly beginning to understand that there's actually a lot to this story. Sunless City. There's more to explore here. Aha. Okay, so these stars mean I have to come back to it. Sun Station. Yeah, I haven't been able to get there at all. The high energy lab is also somewhere around here. I wanted to pursue... I don't know if I have enough time in this cycle, but we may as well try to find that thing. Yeah, that thing. And... no. The moon is changing places. No. Come on. There we go. Okay, it's... ah! I was seeing it for a second and now it's gone. Where is it? There it is. The issue is it's orbiting around the planet, so I actually need to shift around to keep it in view. That's the interesting thing here. Also, I need to start matching velocity very quickly. Because if it gets covered up by the planet, I will lose contact with it. It'll just switch places. Which is something I absolutely don't want. Oh, this is difficult. Come on, match! I'm moving away from it and very quickly. This is a sneaky little bastard. Okay. Wait, is that the thing that I saw before? Like orbiting around the sun? Wait, what? It's gone! What the shit? I should have had the signal scope out. I'm right now noticing. Hold on. Quantum. Now it's back there where I just came from. Fantastic. And these are... Hold on, I want a better place. Oh, it's still there. Oh, I didn't calculate this correctly. No, no. Ooh. Well. Oopsie. Ship's log updates also update existing logs to green. That means there's stuff you haven't read. Aha. Poof. Ah. Might as well do a little stretch. Okay. 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 New attempt on getting in that city before it gets swept away. Okay, let's... I think time stops with this thing, right? Oh yeah, there's lots of green dots, I see. So we have quantum moon locator. Yeah. Nomai device created to track the quantum moon's location. The Nomai hypothesized the quantum moon might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. The quantum moon travels to a total of 5 locations. Or so we think. Whitehall Station. Every Nomai warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. To use a tower... Oh, scroll text. Aha. To use a tower, you must be standing at the warp location? Yeah. Nomai noticed something strange. Warped objects appeared to arrive at the receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before they were departed at the Whitehall Station. The negative time interval between object arriving and departing was incredibly minuscule. The Nomai were skeptical if the equipment could even measure time to such a small degree. Negative time interval measured at the Whitehall Station was further investigated at the High Energy Lab in the canyon of Ember Twins Equator. The High Energy Lab can only be accessed by a path from the Sunless City. Okay, no, I'm not reading this all now because I will forget about it anyway. This will be good to revisit though. And I feel like... So this is like zoomed out, so I feel like I've discovered a decent amount of breadcrumbs, but nothing is as of yet completely explored. Which I'm guessing is to be expected for... Yeah, once again, how can I look around and see literally nothing? I mean, well, in the vastness of outer space, most directions have nothing directly next to it. Oh no, I'm... Hold on. Pause. I need to be evading the ash twin. No, not autopilot. Just a line. Yeah, there's that pillar. There's that pillar that I want to go in. Nope, nope. Do not land yet. I want to go slightly... No, to the other side. I was on the right side. Yeah, let's put it down here. Like such. And don't forget to suit up. I said where the direction where it was leaning to, it had the hole where I can fall in. So that should be... Oh boy. There's so much open here. Was it here? Or was it where it was leaning away from? I mean, I can certainly try going in through here. Yeah, that's an entrance, okay. And that's probably meant to function as a landing pad also. Okay, so we are here fairly early. What? Why is it buzzing? Wait, what? What was that? Activate the gravity cannon. Call the shuttle home. Well, that's where they got the scout recall technology from. Okay, I'm going to yeah, sure. The sun. Ooh, the Sunless City. Let's go there. Can we get there from here? Okay, I was worried for a second. I screwed myself up there. I cannot get there. Scout launch. Can see there's like a wall that was meant to be climbed, maybe? I don't know if these are actually gravity crystals. Like over there? Yeah, on this. No, those are just lamps. But I cannot get there. Unless I find some sort of tool. I mean, I can also see... I could also see ghost matter crystals like that, but no ghost matter itself. This goes... Oh, the interloper... Wait. The interloper is technology built by the Nomai. What? Do we need to be shooting this at some specific place, maybe? Do we see it on the map? Oh, map. Zoom. Wait, what was zoom out? This was zoom out. It says that the interloper is over there, but... Does it still say that when I'm recording it? Oh, come on. I'm always pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, no, it's still saying it, so that is according to, like, star charts or whatever. So this I cannot go into. I fear our situation may be dire. Pi, Poke and I landed here on this comet not long after its arrival in the star system. Our shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Pi and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side, and they descended inside to investigate the source of the readings. But Pi and my sister have been gone for a long time now. They haven't contacted me since descending below the surface either. Should I leave the shuttle to look for them? I want to follow protocol, but I don't know what I'll do if they aren't well. Poke, Pi, come back to me safely, my friends. Wait, so... on this comet... I send it inside to investigate. Okay, but that's... Huh? Oh no, controls. Oh, so that's a Nomai spacesuit. Can I want to Okay, no, it's just playing the recording. I was going to say maybe I can equip this and get new controls. Well, wait, hold on. Okay, that warps me back. I feel like I might be able to, if I'm clever about aiming this, I might be able to escape the supernova. Right, if we're... how can I tell when we're aiming away from it? You are here. No, but I'm pointing... Okay, so we can... Can we get this to point away from the sun? It's turning away slowly. So I need to wait for this to... for me to point away from the sun as far as possible. And then I yeet myself. And then we can just go and sip a latte. Yeah, pretty much now. Hold on. Yeet. Yeah, that's a good course. I mean, that could take a bit of time until that happens. Can I see anything from here? No, this is not the interloper, is it? Like, the interloper would be another piece of this comet? Okay, we are in orbit now, aren't we? That's certainly not enough to escape the supernova. Hold on. How far are we? We are on the orbit of Brittle Hollow, so let's wait a minute and then see if we are making it any further. Ooh. So that's another of these masks. Is that like a helmet? That could be. That would be full equipment for one person. Like, one suit, one thing to put on your shoulders, one helmet, right? So like something to rest the helmet on, because these look heavy. I don't want to read this. Or can I just... No, it auto-equips. Okay, how far are we? We are still escaping from the sun, it seems. Yeah, that is certainly quite nice. I don't know how far... Is there any way to see, like, a time or whatever? You know, it seems we are still... at least not traveling far away. Oh yeah, that's the interloper. Okay, so we are not on the interloper, but this is certainly a comet. We are getting closer to yeah, no, okay, we are falling back. But the interloper is crossing our path now. Where is it? Can we see it? I mean, we have a bit of spin, so we might be able to catch a glimpse. As it... There we go. Okay, yeah, the interloper looks natural. Whereas our ship is clearly... It's a big ice crystal, but it's clearly augmented with technology, whereas this has, like, splatters of other meteorites covering its front. Okay, so I don't think we're going anywhere here. What is this doing? I don't understand what this is for. They would build this with a useless function, wouldn't they? Fascinating. Okay, let's have another look where that entrance is, because I didn't find it before. Okay, recharge. Okay. Oh, there it was. So, yeah, on the side that's leaning away. On the side that's leaning away. Yeah, there's a big rock formation and a little hole. Okay. I was right, but I didn't see it for some reason. Okay, so let's... I want to explore the insides of the city while it's not absolutely filled to the brim with sand. So let's see how much did we get now. Frozen Nomai shuttle. Subsurface energy. Wait, what? The shuttle's equipment had strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Two of the Nomai located a fissure on the ice on the interloper sunwards. Oh, on the interloper. Oh, that's where my confusion came from. I assumed the shuttle would be the interloper, but it's only a piece of it. That makes sense. Frozen Nomai shuttle. The Nomai landed on the interloper not long after its arrival in the solar system. The shuttle's equipment heard strange energy beings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Clary, the Nomai stayed behind, lost contact with the other two after they descended below the interloper's surface. There's more to explore here. Huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. I recalled the Nomai shuttle from the interloper. Wait, so that thing was on the interloper originally. Okay, let's do another loop. And I know a quick way to do a loop. I mean, well, I know an even quicker way even. Wait, can I can return suit, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Never mind, I'm fine. We're at nearly 2 hours already. It's really, time flies when you're having fun. It's amazing. Okay. Okay. Next attempt getting into that city on time. That's Brittle Hollow. Need to be going. Where do we need to be going? I'm always completely disorientated until I. Oh yeah, nice. I now know you can just steer directly into the thing. Aha! Nice. Now to find the Amber Twin. Wait, what is that structure? What is that? I haven't seen that before, haven't I? Oh no. Ooh. What's this? Quickly after it. I'm like Icarus right now. What is this thing? Okay, I need to catch it on the next go around. Oh well, I flung way too far. That's coming around again. So I should be going this way directly this time. Okay, no, it's going way too fast around, so I need to stop. We'll catch it the next go around. Ooh! Oh, I'm very close to the sun. Well, match velocity first. Now we wait. I don't know, once again I'm getting lost in the sauce. Where is it? There it is. What is this? What is this? Nope. Okay, that's a very short loop. This thing is going around so fast. Okay, very short recall. Okay, so that's the I fell into the sun breath. Good. Okay, now commences the initial... I just launched disorientation. There we go. That was quite fast this time. Yeah, like such. Or match. No, match. Wait, what is it doing? I would like to match. And then... No, no, not again, not again, not again. I'm in the gravity well, am I? Okay. I can see where I'm going. I need to... Whoopsie. Okay, repairs first. Nailed it. Come on. There we go. I can see the hull is damaged too, but it's not letting me repair it. I don't hear any sparks. So... Oh yeah, there we go. See, just but a scratch. This is fine for science. Exactly. Oh, the cockpit. Why did the cockpit not alert me to its destruction with sparks, like every good piece of equipment does? There we go. Okay, jump, repair. Now the side it's leaning away from... Hold on, I just want to park my vehicle. Is that a parking? This looks like a fantastic parking. Not even waiting for it to settle down anymore. I'm just going. Yes, this is where I want to go. I'm fine. I'm fine. Completely fine. Who said I wasn't fine? Not me. Hold on. So I want recall, photo mode. Okay, so I can't go the direct way. There's this. This is where we're going to go. Yes! At least we don't have to worry about oxygen because of this. Light up everything and let's get explore. Oh my god, this goes steep. Holy. Okay. Yeah, let's start at the bottom right away. We don't have much time. The high energy lab. 400 meters. Okay, so I may get myself screwed because I'm not here at the earliest possible opportunity, and also for some reason I'm walking very slowly for an undisclosed technical issue. At least I have this cable to guide me. Oh, this looks just fantastic. No! No! Come on! Please no! Please no! Are you serious? Okay, I can get out of this. Okay. Another try. Oh my god. Can I really not get out of... It's already after filling up. Oh no. Do I need to wait for this? I probably need to wait for this to fill up so I can walk on the sand. Yeah, it's already going alarmingly fast. Oh no. I mean, it is working in my favor, but... Okay, go. Go, go, quickly. Where do we go? What? What the? Oh no. Oh no, get out of here. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Okay, I know how to do this. I will just use up my fuel and die here. Oh, I see. That was an unpleasant sound. Crunch. What a first message. By the way, if you want to see where this is going, I won't be going on for too long. It's 10 p.m. and I do want to have a bit of a night walk. I need to work on my podcast queue. It's gotten bafflingly long. And I could use some bit of fresh air as well. I haven't gotten a whole lot of that yet. But we'll do like 1 or 2 more loops. Okay, so I did get into the autopilot. Into the facility rather quickly this time, and then I got myself stuck in a right away. So there's ample more opportunities to explore. Okay, I want to get a bit closer and match. Where's the structure? There it is. I'm so used to using like S on the WSAD to brake. Yeah, sure, that works. I have my suit. I think something else was sparking, but I don't care. Where is it? There it is. Let's go there. What did I say the side is leaning towards, right? So, wait. No, it's not. It's over there. I don't know if there's something I'm not realizing, but it feels like this thing is tilting. This big gravity cannon thing. There we go. Okay, so that was rather quick to get inside of here. Yes, I know those matter. There we go. Kind of a yeet. Let's light up everything. Get some fresh air. There's a writing that I didn't see before. What did I? Should we build the sun station to power the Ash Twin project? Are there other ways to generate this level of power? Oh, the sun station is that one thing that I tried to land on, yes. Theoretically, yes. Practically, no. I can't imagine discovering them in our lifetimes. I understand this proposal is unsettling, but the sun station must be built if we hope to complete the Ash Twin project. I almost cannot comprehend this as being suggested seriously. The purpose of the sun station goes against every standard we hold ourselves to and everything we believe in as a species. Wait, what? Unsurprisingly, I disagree. We're pushing a possible new technology further than ever before. That, in my experience, is the defining characteristic for our species. That certainly seems to be the case. If we fail, and the probability of this is not insignificant, we will without question destroy ourselves, all life here, and the rest of the star system. I wish to protect these species. I see. The potential annihilation of an entire star system is too severe a cost. We shouldn't build the sun station, no matter how badly wanted knowledge that comes with it. Fear of failure is a poor reason not to try. I believe if we're cautious, the sun station will work. I believe in pi. Is that why our sun is going supernova? They are sucking, like, energy out of it? Poke, I'm deeply honored. I comprehend your position. However, if we aren't all but certain the sun station will cause destruction once we build it, then I won't support the station's use. Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Light it up. So, but that's a room I've been in before, right? That's something I went in and didn't find anything in. But this is huge. Anything on these floors that might be interesting? Doesn't seem like it. Is that the door to the high energy thing that I just went through? Yes, okay. So we are not going there again. That's a lost cause. Oh yeah, it's already starting to fill up. Anything on here? So that's just traversal. We have a door here. Another thing here. Let's open this up. What does it say? Stepping Stone Cave. Wait, where's this Is this the same line? Is this where we get to the high energy lab finally? Oh, this is where I was before. Okay. So I can get out of here. Can I... If I can get back up. Is that... Yeah, that's where I can get out. Okay. Yeah, the problematic thing about this planet is I'm depleting my fuel at an alarming rate with all these vertical boosts, and probably also just with the fact that my walk is not working correctly. This thing I've not used yet. This big funnel here. Did I? No, that's the same that I used before. Anglerfish fossil, we've been there. That's something new, right? I want to explore a tiny bit more before I go on to the next level, but it is already starting to fill up, and has me... Oh! That's... How do I get in there? There is a scroll in there. How do I get that? How do I get these out of the way? I'm wondering. Okay, I need to progress. That's the issue. I cannot stick around for too long. I see the sand is already coming in, and I need to... Whoop! There may be something here. Can I get back down into the other room? Like... I don't know if that's... Okay, I'm stuck now. Never mind. Yes, okay. 2 scrolls. Need to be quick about this. Oh, that's... Okay, that's only 1 scroll. There you go. Who's been computing shuttle trajectories to the sun station? Don't worry, the station is in such a low stellar orbit we've constructed a different, safer way to travel there from Ash Twin. That would be Pi. I told her we wouldn't be traveling there by shuttle, and that the sun station doesn't even have a landing pad. But she said she knew. The cacti make for surprisingly good jump scares considering how mobile they are. Yeah. My mortal enemy, I labeled them immediately. It's a purely theoretical exercise on my part, Xyrill. Who doesn't love computing a good low stellar orbit shuttle trajectory? I know, right? Hi, I look forward to working with you, but I'm also relieved it will be easy to return to Ash Twin regularly. Okay. Ship log updated. Okay, that's how we get out. It won't be long. I have to pick at random because I didn't look at the layout carefully enough. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's very possible I won't be able to get out of here anymore. Okay, so... Yeah, these were all pointless. How do I get out? No, actually, how do I get out? Oh, over there. Oh no. I can... I mean, I can get to oxygen. Can I get out is the question. How did I get out last time? Wait, did I? That looks like out. It goes very high up at least. Or does it? There was writing. There was writing. I want writing. Oh, what is this? Okay, this is more interesting. I will go as far as I possibly can and not further. Which is like this. Launch mode. What is this? What is this up there? I cannot really make it out. Can I shoot more closer? No, not really. Ah! Careful. Oh, that's on the ground. Where am I? There I am. Can I turn this? Is that like an altar of some sort? I don't know if you get lore from seeing things on the scout. I'm wondering. It doesn't feel like it. Okay, I wanted to... There was text on the wall here. On the second floor. Can I get there? Can I leave the funnel at the middle height? Yes, I can. Okay. Too close to target. I don't know why everyone says the eye is important. They say it brought us to the solar system, but is that good? Dad told me lots of Nomai died when our clan came here. What if the eye isn't something good? What if the eye wanted that to happen? More helmets. I mean, well, I'm guessing they're helmets. I'm not 100% on that, but those are like beds. Yeah, it's filling up. Well, it's not filling up super fast, but it is filling up. Oh, is that maybe another way to get into the room with the ghost matter? No, I want photo mode. Oh, it is! It is! But that's just living quarters. I don't think the ghost matter was present there at the time when this was built. It doesn't feel like it. It wasn't... It doesn't seem like it was accounted for in the layout of the room. Can I get over there? Like over here? Is there anything? No! No! Oh! No! Whew. Up! Oh no! No! Okay. I used up my boost. I will have another look at the log and then we'll end it for today. Just to see what it picked up from all of this. But I'm not counting it as a new loop because I'm not doing anything in this loop. Therefore, the counter stays. Alright. Let's take a gander. Nothing new? Okay. You sure about that? What does it say here about the solar station? Sun station. There was a way to safely travel. Okay, start reading here. Several Nomai towers form a ring around Ash Twin's equator. There's more to explore here. There's a way to safely travel to the Sun Station from Ash Twin. The Nomai debated building a Sun Station in order to power the Ash Twin project. The Nomai built something called the Sun Station, but not everyone supported its construction. Yeah, that's what we read. A Nomai city built into the walls of a huge underground cavern. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. The Nomai debated building a Sun Station in order to power the Ash Twin project. Several Nomai opposed its construction, arguing that failure could result in the destruction of the solar system. So I didn't find everything there. Xyrill has set up the astronomy gear on the North Pole of Ember Twin. Xyrill has spotted an unusually high number of supernovae recently. Xyrill has become catatonic in response to our sun's imminent death. Yeah, that's for sure. One of 3 escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the vessel, which was badly damaged. Found a cave with an anglerfish fossil inside, but the opening wasn't big enough for my scout. Yeah. So there's more about this as well. The Nomai constructed a temporary settlement beneath the crashed escape pod. The Nomai abandoned the settlement over growing concerns about its stability. There's more to explore here. Oh, this is... okay, this is on the... what's it called? Brittle Hollow. Just casually glancing down at the notes. One of 3 Nomai escape pods have crashed in our solar system. I didn't see the 3rd escape pod yet, which is... what did they say about where the other escape pod is? I don't remember. We can find it from the... we can find it from the... with the signal scope. Gabbros Island. Gabbros lounging in a hammock near the island's shore. He found a Nomai statue. They found a Nomai statue on another island. The statue's eyes started glowing, and Gabbros saw their memories flash before their eyes. Gabriel remembers dying. They saw their memories flash before their eyes, just like the time with the statue. Gabriel and I seem to be the only ones aware that we're in a time loop. Yes. Eye signal locator. Yeah. A Nomai device. Yeah, the connections are a bit weird, because that's also on Brittle Hollow, right? No, that's on... the eye signal locator is on the Ember Twin. Yeah, that... oh, wait, no, that's the other thing that I saw... when was it? That's on... that's on Brittle Hollow as well, right? I don't know. Rebecca set up his camp at the bottom of the crossroads. The excitement being surrounded by so much Nomai history is matched only by the terror of the black hole. Rebecca is Timberhurst's only archaeologist. They overcame their fear of space to explore Brittle Hole's treasure trove of Nomai culture. Okay, so that is all it is to read right now, and that's... the map is more thematically. There's another mode that groups entries by... oh, right, yeah. There was this thing as well, right? View entries. Oh, yeah, I see. I see. Hollow's Lantern. We have not had anything about Hollow's Lantern. I was thinking about Hollow's Lantern, but Whitehall, okay. The Interloper. Yeah, the Frozen Nomai shuttle. We saw that one. I haven't landed on Hollow's Lantern yet. I don't know if it's even possible to do that. It looked very deadly. Like lots of lava. I mean, there were some places that were solid rock, so it could work. Okay, so quit. Yes. And there we go. Hello. This was fun. I'm enjoying this immensely. It's as I said last time. It's the good type of mysterious. It's I can see it's like when you do a puzzle, right? And you're starting out with 1,000 pieces, and you're starting to put them together into areas, and then eventually you see that the areas start to link up in places. But yeah, it's right now the right combination of I always have stuff to do. I don't know where it's precisely going. There's some leads. It's like a criminal investigation of sorts, and that's quite fun. Anyway,